Well, here we go. We're on the ground in Idaho, and we got good news and bad news. Boy, it has been spitting snow all day. I'm exactly 24 hours from when I left home, and the weather's about 40 degrees, but there is signs that it's starting to break up. Unfortunately, I got all the way up in here to where I wanted to camp, my #1 spot, and there's an outfitter set up in there with a bunch of hounds and about 4 wall tents, and he's running baits and running hounds off the baits on all these logging roads up in here in the forest roads where we planned to bait. He says the woods are full of bear hunters, which they are, because as I was coming back in on these forest roads, there's people spotting stock hunting. I didn't see anybody that looked like they were running baits, but there's campers in all the camp spots. I actually finally found a camp spot right here. Unfortunately, got to pay for this one because it's in a national forest camp spot. But so Virgil is about an hour behind me, and Isaac is flying in. He just probably landed about now, and so he'll be here in a few hours. He's going to rent a car. So I'm just going to hold tight here and wait for Virgil to show up. Everything made it here in good shape, at least. But I'm just going to hold tight here and wait for Virgil to show up, and then we'll discuss what we're going to do. There is one other option. There's 2 roads that we can hunt here. One of them, the outfitter told me, is blocked by a slide about 5 miles up. And then the other one is it's limited to ATVs under 50 inches wide, which I'm not sure how wide my Polaris Ranger is. It's going to be close. Then the third one that I had planned to hunt, they're logging up in there, so they got it closed off. So it's kind of worst case scenario, but we're going to make the best of it here. And just a beautiful spot here. And I'll just wait for Virgil. I don't think he's too far behind me, and when he shows up, we'll sit down and have a talk and decide what we're going to do. Okay, we have a plan. I don't know if it's a very good plan or not, but it is a plan, and we are faced with quite a challenge here. We ran into an obstacle that I didn't anticipate, and that is the fact that all of these roads on Forest Service land up here are limited to ATVs 50 inches wide or less, which means that we brought 2 side-by-sides and 1 4-wheeler, and we can't use the side-by-sides. And you know, I called Forest Service people and Fish and Wildlife and Idaho Game and Fish, and nobody mentioned that, and pretty unfortunate. I guess I just didn't ask the right questions. I wouldn't have thought to ask that. But the main road here along the river, we can run the side-by-sides on that, and so I've been out scouting this evening after we got camp all set up and everything, we're all tents up and so forth. And so I decided to just kind of scout along here and see if there's places where we can work our way back off this main road. And I found a couple spots that should be pretty good for baits. I like the looks of them. It's going to be a challenge getting up these steep slopes, and you got to be 200 feet from water and 200 yards from a maintained road. So that means we got to get back in there and then get up the slope quite a ways to get these baits established. And it's going to be a pretty athletic endeavor hauling bait into these, but we can do that. And then we do have some roads that we can bait with the 4-wheeler that we've got. Now, there is baits everywhere out here. In fact, I talked to a local guy who's up here with a small group. I think there's 4 or 5 of them that are baiting. He says he's been baiting in here for years and he's never seen anything like this. And literally there's baits all over on every road. There's an outfitter in here that's running a bunch of baits. There's 3 other groups in here that are baiting, and yeah, I didn't anticipate this kind of pressure, but we're just going to try to outcompete them, I guess. We got super good quality lures and good quality baits, and we're going to try to find some good spots. And you know, this is going to be a big challenge, but Tomorrow morning we're going to start putting baits out, and so thanks for following along, and we will see you tomorrow. Changed my mind. I think we're going to put it right there. Trying to find a level. Second bucket. Gonna roll halfway back to the four-wheeler. Oh, a little on the chainsaw.